All right, guys, welcome back to another interview on Unhinged. My next guest, once again, is Super Shane Campbell. An absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Shane. Coming back on the show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to be on here. Always a pleasure talking to you as well, man. What are you saying? Talk to me.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is take 4, take 5. Dogs barking, Wi-Fi not working. Here we are, Shane. We're getting it done. An absolute pleasure. So thank you very much. We'll get straight into it. We talk about the big elephant in the room, and that was the fight, obviously. First and foremost, I just kind of want to ask you about how long it kind of took to get back into the ring. It was a long old while. So talk to me about finally stepping inside the cage. How did that feel? Just getting on them gloves, getting inside the ring, kind of dusting off the cobwebs.
13 months it took me to
Crazy.
get in. I don't know, like, how 13 months from what? It's crazy, isn't it? Like, being on the sidelines from doing literally no injuries, nothing. Like, just on the sidelines because I had to be on the sidelines because there was no one to fight. Exactly. So, yeah. That's all I can say. Like, obviously, when I got in, it was fine. There was no like nerves, nothing. It felt like I just didn't feel any different. Weirdly enough, like on the day, but it was a long time.
Absolutely. 13 months, as you talked about. And I kind of was going to ask about, stepping in, to the cage, as we talked about. It's a long old while to kind of step into the cage and have that time off. Was there a sense of rustiness, or immediately did you feel comfortable in that ring and felt like, basically you never left?
So difference in this one, like the cage size was a lot different to the ones I've previously been in. Like, obviously, I've been in the Bellator one. The CGC one was the same size as the Bellator one. And then there was this one. So straight away, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's going to be a different type of fight. I kind of changed my game plan a little bit and stuff just because of the type of cage it was. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to have to adapt a little bit here to this. It was more like me in the gym cage at GB. It was more like that. But once I was in there, I was like, okay, cool. Like, it was very, very. I was very familiar. Like, nothing really changed. It was actually alright. I did think it might be a bit different, but no, it was alright.
Yeah, absolutely. Another good performance. Obviously, another victory, as I talked about. That makes it 2 back-to-back wins now. Talk to me about the feeling on the stalls. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Was you confident that you were kind of winning the fight? Obviously, it did go to the scorecards and it went to the split decision. And I saw your face at the end. You were a little bit surprised. But firstly, talk to me about the feeling on the stalls. Was you kind of confident that you would win the fight?
Yeah, I was never in doubt. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning all rounds. Like, it's fine. What else did I think? I'll try to get him out the first round when I had his back.
Yeah.
Then I kind of done things that I'm like not my strong point in the game. Like, obviously, I took his back with that hook. I usually just do different things. Like, I would probably try to switch to grips and dump him again, and then try to stay in top position. I'd rather that probably. Just gave my game plan away to the world, but it's all right. But yeah, I was kind of like, oh man, I wish I got him out in the first round. Then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm very comfortable here. I didn't feel a threat in any way, like in the striking, in the wrestling. Like, I didn't feel any threat. Every time I got wrestled, I defended well. I got up straight away, if anything. And the striking, I feel like I was winning that edge as well. So, yeah, I wasn't threatened in any way. I was very calm. Like, I was like, okay, cool. It did. I don't know. It was just very. I can say it's a bit weird. Like, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. You know what I mean? It was very. It was chilled.
But do you think that maybe because a sense of you've had that big stage experience, Duncan? He's had a lot of fights in the amateur scene, but that's about it. He hasn't been on the Bellator show like yourself. So do you reckon that maybe played a part in it because you were more comfortable, kind of at this stage, at this level?
Yeah, maybe that. And like, I keep on saying there's like levels in it, and I know I'm the levels above a lot of people. I just have to don't make any mistakes and just perform to my game. What I'm happy about is in this fight is that I finally didn't make any mistakes in a fight. Like, yeah, I think it's not the perfect performance. I am gonna get better. Like there's so much things that I'm like, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. But I'm happy that I didn't make a mistake for myself, because my mistakes play on my mind a lot. Like from my first Bellator fight, TGC 1 and 2, I made mistakes in those fights. And this one I didn't. So now I feel like the best is now to start. Will start coming now.
Absolutely, and I will get into like the improvement side, but you know, I kind of want to top off about the scorecards. When it get read out, split decision. Necessarily, you know, there's a lot of people kind of. Well, I didn't agree with it. Obviously, I might be a little bit biased, but anyway, I thought, you know, it was unanimous, and I thought it was going to go your way. Split, I was kind of a little bit strange about, and obviously, you kind of showcased your feeling through your facial expressions. Was there a sense of when them scorecards were getting read out and you heard split? Was there a feeling in the back of your head? Maybe you're thinking, "Oh, deja vu. Here we go again, getting robbed in Cyprus."
Yeah,
now
I was
Cambridge.
yeah, a little bit of me was like, oh, here we go again. But like, I was even more like, no way, I didn't lose this fight. I was still very confident. You know what I mean? I was still very confident. Like, there was no way on earth that, like, I mean, in Cyprus, he had a moment. Like, he did get on top of me and he did ground and pound me for a second and landed a good elbow that cut me. This one, I was like, what have you done to actually win? Do you know what I mean? I dictated most of the whole fight. Like, yeah, I did get taken down for a second, but I got straight back up. You landed a few shots, but I landed more. So yeah, I wasn't really. I did think, okay, split, rolled my eyes, like, here we go again, but I wasn't too worried this time.
Yeah, we saw that look in your face.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I just like, and even that, like, I kind of hate seeing the word split decision to my name now. I'm like it also looks like, oh, he's gone to another split decision, another type fight. Whereas I'm like, that's quite annoying on my name, but it's what it is. I got the win. Forget it.
That's it. If people watch the fight, they can have their own opinion. Ultimately, as you talked about, that's on you know, your official record, shall we say. But if they watch the fight, they can have that opinion and find out, whatever. So anyway, winning the fight obviously came with the belt, as we can see it behind you on that shelf, looking fantastic. Talk to me about, winning the belt. Winning the belt for any fighter is a fantastic, accomplishment. But what effect, what knock-on effects do you reckon this will have now moving forward in your career? More confidence, just push you on. Is that what you feel? Is that the feeling? You just want a belt. What are the knock-on effects, and how does it feel to win that belt?
That means a lot to me in a way, because in my last amateur was a title fight as well. Again, 4 years ago, I was going to. It's weird. Like, I was going to Toronto as well to see my family, and I had that title fight before, and I lost it. And I went back and told them, and I was like, "Oh, I lost the fight." It was quite annoying. So then 4 years on, going back, I ain't been back since COVID, and now I've won a professional one, and I have improved. So it does mean a lot, and it's actually quite. I mean, it's a small show, but again, like you said, it's a title at the end of the day. And yeah, hopefully it can bring on bigger things again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on a 2-fight win streak as well, so that also looks better. If I was just on a 1-fight win and had a title, it'd be different. But I'm on a 2-fight win streak now, arguably 3. Then it would hopefully it just brings some good things, and that's the whole plan behind the title fight and everything. I wanted it to boost me, and I wanted it to give me that push as well. It was an extra drive for me as well to work harder.
Absolutely. It's always going to push you hard on motivation in the camp. If you're fighting for a title, you've got something like that on the line, you're going to put them extra miles in, you're going to put them extra punches in. It just makes a lot of sense. And obviously you got the job done. I kind of want to look back on, reflect on a little bit on the fight. I want to talk about, what went well. I want to talk about the improvements. But you kind of topped on it a little bit earlier. Firstly, I kind of want to ask you, what impressed yourself about the performance, but you said you made no mistakes. Is that what's you've really taken away from this fight? Is that you made no mistakes? You were mature. You got the decision. At the end of the day, you got the win. So talk to me what you've got out of this victory and what went well in the fight.
Yeah. So I say what I got from it. Like, again, my confidence again from being out. So any ring rust I may have had, it's now gone again. I'm back to where I left off last year in June. So now I want to keep that momentum as well. Like I said, my teammate Nick Bagley, that was in my corner.
Yeah.
Before we went out, he said, "No mistakes. Like, we're pros. We don't make mistakes. Mistakes are. It's like a small margin between mistakes and no mistakes, which win fights.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make no mistakes." I was like, yeah. So from that as well, I'm just impressed that that's like my main thing I've taken from. I'm happy that I've handled myself and not made any mistakes in the fight. And again, like, what am I, a striker? Am I a grappler? He thought I was just a grappler. Then he's come up to me and complimented my striking. I was like, bro, I've been a striker the whole time. I just grapple because I'm a GB now. You know what I mean? Like, we got the best like wrestling in the round, so I'm gonna wrestle you as well. So I'm happy with like my striking. I can say like I wish I got more takedowns finished. Do you know what I mean? I got good control, but I wish I finished more takedowns.
Yeah.
And I also wish I used my striking more because I was winning that edge. So I wish I just used it a little bit more because I got very comfortable. I think in the third round, I wish I kind of just kept it there a little longer.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the improvements. It's always good to look back on a fight and talk about what we should have done differently, positively and negatively. It's going to help you move forward and get better as a fighter. So looking back at it, what would you change? Maybe a sense of more pressure in that first round. Just more combination strikes as you're talking about. So looking back on it, Shane, what would you kind of really change about the performance, about the fight?
Yeah, I'd say I would have probably. I would have just like probably tried to outstrike him a bit more, played around with the striking a bit more, mixed it up, mixed in my takedowns a bit with the striking, not like a big strike that into a takedown. I would have struck, played around, then just went for it. Kind of like just playing with it a bit more, just enjoying it, flowing around a bit more. You know what I mean? I didn't really get into that. I feel like parts of me might have not been as. I was relaxed at point, like definitely in the third round, I was so relaxed, like with my striking. I wish I was more relaxed from the start though. But again, I feel like it was probably because of our game plan was to wrestle. I was sticking to it. Again, that's good because I'm listening to my team. But when I'm feeling it, I felt like I could have just struck a little bit more. Again, because striking's me and I enjoy it. So I would have liked to have done that a bit more. Yeah.
Was there a sense of maybe proving a point over Duncan? Because he talked about earlier, he thought you were going to wrestle. That wrestle. He talked a lot about it in the pre-fight press conference. He was talking about how he thinks you're going to wrestle, it's your game plan, etc., etc. So, was there a feeling in your head thinking, all right, okay, maybe he's right, but I kind of want to show you what the hands can do as well?
Yeah, that 100%. Because I even in that press conference, I even said, "Bro, I can strike." I even said it to him.
Yeah.
So, well, it was good to get like the recognition from him after when he said, "Yeah, your striking is good and you have a long reach." I liked it. Like, it was good. Like, I was like, "Yeah, that is me." I haven't really shown it before. If people want to see it, they can see it. But like, it will come. It will come. And again, but like I said, I'm just listening to my corner, innit? All the advice from my corner. The small cage, like. They said, "Oh, don't get into a slugfest." Where the first thing I saw when I saw that cage, I said, "All right, it's gonna be one of them fights today." I'm just, like, I said it straight away. It's like a backyard brawl. That's what I said. Like in the back, like laughing about it. It's gonna be one of them. But no, like they didn't want it, so I just listened to what the plan was and executed it.
Because the cage was, smaller than expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to bring a lot more action. We've seen it, immensely with Dana White Contender Series. A smaller cage, brings a lot more action. So it can work in positively and negatively. If your game plan is to wrestle like you had, you're probably thinking, "Oh shit, I haven't got a lot more space to kind of get that game plan going. But then it gives you an opportunity to showcase your striking, which I thought you did as well.
Yeah, I did a bit as well. Yeah, like I landed calf kicks, those teep kicks. What I got from Nathaniel Wood, he was doing them with like calf and straight into the teep. I was doing that, which I'm happy with because I've been drilling those for loads. He's landed them on me so much, and I'm like, yo, how are you getting me all the time? Like, I'm winded. I'm like, how you get? So I'm like, all right, let me go and try that myself. Drilling it, started doing it, and I'm happy that came off as well because that side's a bit new to me. I never really used to use calf kicks. I didn't really like technique, but yeah, it's working. So
they are dangerous in MMA.
Yeah.
If you land 4 good calf kicks, it can really shut your opponent down.
Yeah.
And I do believe there's no one better, or if not, one of the best calf kickers in the game than Nathaniel Wood. I think Nathaniel Wood is so good at his calf kicks, and he talked about his teeps, and he showcased that against Andre Feely. What a fantastic fight that was. I'll talk about that just quickly. It was an absolute dogfight. Wood, get knocked down, coming back, showing his heart, showing his chin, which we always knew he had a chin. He showcased it a lot, especially in the Casey fight. Oh man, he took some absolute bombs, kept walking forward. You can't really discount his mentality. It's ridiculous. Talk to me about what you kind of learned from Wood. You talked about the calf kicks and now he implemented in your game the teep kicks, and obviously you talked about his victory as well. What was he like in camp, and talk about the fight?
Yeah, it was a week before mine, so obviously I was paying attention to what he was doing a lot. He also had a opponent that was similar height to my opponent. Well, what I thought was anyway. Like, we knew that Philly was taller than him. He's quite tall. My opponent, same thing. So he was using like certain same sparring partners that I was trying to use as well to imitate our opponents. So it was kind of the same. So when I was watching him live, I was like, all right, cool. These are little things that I have to do. So I was taking away things from what he was doing, his performance, to implement in my game as well. So yeah, that was the main thing really. So I was just kind of watching his footsteps. So when he won as well, and the victory was good, it did like inspire me to go on as well.
Absolutely. And my last question I have for you, Shane, I kind of want to ask, looking forward into the future, what is the plan? What is the feeling when you would like to return? As we've just ticked over into the 8th month, August, to the 1st today. So only 4 months left of the year. Maybe I was thinking maybe October, November. What is the feeling when you would like to get back in there?
October, November, but on Thursday I got sent a name to fight, and I accepted. But we'll see what happens.
So you're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger.
There might be a September. I mean, I haven't heard anything back yet. Yeah, so yeah.
Wow, you're gonna leave it. You're gonna leave us dry like that, Shane. Absolutely phenomenal.
That is literally what happened. Like Thursday, as I'm like starting to cut the weight, I got a text, a Tapology name. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I said, at the start, I was thinking, I was like, let me get my fight over and done with. And I said, actually, I don't need to fight. I want to fight. Like I've been moaning for how long? Let me just take them all. I accepted it. I'm waiting to hear back from the promotion, see if they're gonna set me now. So yeah, it's meant to be the 9th of September in Cyprus.
Oh, same promotion as last time?
No.
No, different.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
I don't think I'm gonna go back to that promotion again. I'm
thinking
I don't fancy it.
Is it because of what happened the first time?
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah, I just don't fancy it really. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm super desperate, like I mean, I was super desperate. That maybe if I get like that again, maybe. But yeah, at the moment, like how my mind's at, I'm like, no, I don't really need that. Yeah, but yeah, it's a better promotion. It's a better promotion.
I look forward to it. Hopefully it comes off for you, Shane. I would love for you to have an active year. After the last 13 months,
Yeah,
a lot of things have gone on in your career, personal life, PFL gig, everything about it. Bet365.
yeah.
Although you had these 13 months off, I feel like
I've
you've
been
still
so
been very,
around,
very busy.
so around. Like I've been at Aries like twice,
Yeah,
PFL twice this year. I'll be probably at Aries again at some point this year. Maybe even hopefully I'll get on one of these fights now, on these cards now. Like I needed a couple wins back to back. My record's now equal as well, so it's, at least I don't have a losing record. So things should look a lot better now.
absolutely.
So
But yeah, I appreciate your time, Shane. Hopefully we can see you on that September card.
yeah,
What would be just over a month now? So I'll be on holiday when you'll be
how
fighting.
is it?
So yeah, I'll have to watch
There you
you
go.
in the hot weather.
Where you going?
I'll go to Turkey.
Ah, sick, sick, sick.
A few beers, few bevs. Watch Shane Campbell fight. Watch him get the victory. What
Yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah. What else, mate? Can't
I'm
ask
not
for
hopefully
much.
twist my ankle this time.
Oh, mate.
Ugh, it was. I mean, it absolutely hurts, mate. Yeah, I can't even lie. It's blown up. I was gonna say the McGregor line there. It
Yeah.
was a balloon.
There's a balloon.
It literally looks like a balloon. It's so funny. But yeah, Shane, I appreciate your time. As great as ever. You're always entertaining. I love speaking to you. You're an absolute pleasure. Hopefully, see you on that September card, and we'll catch back up.
Yes, bro. Nice one. Thanks for having me again, bro.